Coming up today on Great Day Connecticut, TGIF, the weekend is here, and there's a ton to do. Renee has the lowdown as well as 2 great movies you can watch.
An overnight at a charming inn and a gourmet breakfast? Sign me up. I'll take you to the Riverwind Inn in Deep River coming up.
And it's a 6-week shape-up. Joe Carabassi is guiding Scott and me along, and you can learn as we go. Plus, he's giving away a program to one lucky viewer. We're making your Friday a great one, starting right now. Welcome to Friday. Happy Friday of a long weekend for a lot of folks.
Absolutely.
TGIF.
Long weekend for you. You're taking on Monday and Tuesday.
I am. My kids are off. And
good for you.
Yeah,
I think that's
awesome.
awesome.
Skiing too.
Yeah, that's nice. Yeah, turn your mic on. All right, in the meantime, you don't have to be a sommelier today because it is enjoy a glass or a carafe of vino. Friday is National Drink Wine Day. Celebrated every year on February 18th is a day to select your favorite vintage and sip up. I cannot stand wine, Kara.
I like wine.
You do?
It's a good dark red wine.
Yeah, no, I don't like wine. Yeah, that doesn't make it.
Is it the same reason you don't like beets? Just a color
you know,
thing?
maybe there's a connection. It's that dark red.
But if you had like rosé or white wine?
Well, Jamie wants me to share the DMV story. So
Yeah.
All right,
so this is just everybody grab your cup of tea, sit down. Everyone has a DMV story.
Everybody has a DMV story.
This one ends with you laughing.
So, well, it was pretty. So anyway, I get the thing in the mail. Your license is about to expire because it takes place on your birthday. And my birthday's in March. So they're like, your license is going to expire. So I'm like, okay. So I read it, and they're like, you must come to DMV if you want a real ID.
The new real ID.
The new real ID.
It's extra verified that you might actually get to fly with it and all that.
Exactly. So you can't go out. I think you can use it for domestic flights as opposed to a passport, whatever. But anyway, you need the real ID. If you want the real ID, you got to come in person to the DMV. So I said, okay. So I go on the DMV website, I make an appointment, and I'm like, this is so awesome. They've
great. We have online appointments
Online appointments now. You get there, the line is out the door. I'm like, okay, here we go again. So everybody's fighting in line. I was first, you were first, I was last, you were first, I was just standing there like this.
But you had your appointment time at 7:00.
I had my appointment time. So the guy at the front of the window is calling appointment times. 1:15, I'm like, I'm not 1:15 yet, I'm 1:30. 1:30, and it was pretty close to 1:30. So I got there a little bit earlier. So I get into the building 1:30, and then they check you in, and they're like, okay, have a seat.
It was just to get into the corral. It's like when you're waiting in line for the roller coaster and you're like, I'm almost there, and then you get to the next level and you're like, oh my God.
So there's a board, and they have numbers that keep flashing up. H. It was like, what's that game? The game in Seoul in Korea? No.
No, you mean Netflix Squid Games?
Squid Games. It's like Squid Games. They're calling numbers out. You're not a name. You're just a number. So you get, I'm H4290. So eventually, like you can see H4280, and I'm like, oh, but in the meantime, they throw in other letters. J, I, so you never know. They don't go H like in sequence. They throw in a J and
it's
an
like
I.
a Wordle. They want you to figure it out.
They want you to figure it out. So I finally get called. H4290, report to station 10. So I go to station 10, and I'm like, hey, she's like, I saw your name on the screen. I'm so excited to help you. And I'm like, I'm sorry. Yeah, it was about an hour. So she goes, why are you here in person? She's like, why don't you just do it online? I said, I want the real ID. She's like, oh, okay, you got to come in person. She's like, give me all your stuff. Give her all the stuff. She's like, I need your license. So I hand her my license. She's like, you already are. You already have real ID. It's on your license. It's the star up in the corner of your license. You must have done it 6 years ago when your license expired then. I said, I think I did. So she's like, well, I can renew your application now. So I got my driver's license renewed by going to the DMV, waiting in the corral, and it's all done. But I didn't have to do any of it.
Next stop, memory testing.
Next stop, Memory Town. Unbelievable. But they were I got to be honest with you, they were super nice at the DMV. They were nice people. So
if you
gotta give
don't need to go in person, I had to renew my license in July when my birthday happened. Right. And I was like, oh, all right, I'm just going to go online and see if this works. Because I did not want to go there. I don't have the real ID. I guess I need to go do that.
You got to get it. You got to get it.
Anyway, It was so easy. I went online. I'm like, is this really going to come? It came in the mail.
You came in the mail?
New pic. Just use the same picture?
Yeah, no, I got a new picture.
Well, because you went and...
So I went, she's like, take your mask down. I took my mask down. I took a nice picture, smiling. So it's all good. They were very nice, and I spent a little time there. But you know what? It was probably less than an hour and a half, which I don't think is bad for the DMV. For an hour and a half? Not bad. No, I don't think it's bad. Whatever. What do I know? I don't go often. What do I know? Anyway, I have the real ID.
That's good to know.
It's good to know.
You heard it from a friend.
I heard it from a friend who heard it from a friend. Anyway.
So this is exciting.
This is really
exciting. A woman
exciting.
from Puerto Rico is Victoria's Secret's first model with Down syndrome.
24 years old. I'm not going to... Sophia.
Hero?
Wow. Whoa. That's quite a picture. Anyway, so she's the first person with Down syndrome, and they're going to have their other groups are being represented. They say it's going to be bodies and ages of all body types, ages, skin tones. The lingerie brand's first openly transgender model is also a part of it. So they're really trying to get away from their original image of just being completely, sexy that cultivated it for decades.
Yeah, okay, so they want to, expand their image, and, it's great. She's been modeling for quite a while now, and she says her whole...
She's beautiful.
Beautiful, and she says her whole goal is just to kind of break that down and let people know to pursue their dreams, no matter what people think you can't do. And she certainly is proving that. It
says the hopes of the campaign will, quote, reinforce Victoria's Secret commitment to welcoming and celebrating all women, which I think is terrific. All right.
So big Aaron Rodgers, they go to the Super Bowl. Now it's over. Anyway, the engagement.
He didn't go to the Super Bowl.
He didn't get to go to the Super Bowl,
won
but
the
he
MVP.
had almost chance.
Yeah, he won. He became the MVP.
Yeah, that's okay. I mixed it up. He got the MVP, but he didn't get to go to the Super Bowl.
Well, now he's single, and that's all I care about.
He's not with Shailene Woodley anymore.
No, too bad. Aaron Rodgers is calling it quits. They apparently drifted apart during the NFL season. They were not seen together that much. Apparently they were not together that much, and they've just decided to call off their engagement.
But they're still friends.
They're still going to be friends. But just a year after announcing their engagement, they called it off.
Well, you know what?
Better to call it off than get married and then realize you're just, the thing and the thing and the thing.
Absolutely. What you said.
And the thing. Absolutely.
All right. Peloton, it's getting the new CEO and all, and it had all the problems.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, because they're all... But now it says they're riding into the gaming business.
Thursday, the exercise equipment company launched a Peloton Lane Break. It's a new workout that combines gaming-inspired fitness content with music.
So you kind of are using the exercise to be part of the video game. Now, I'm not a big video game player, but I could see that, someday when my son gets older, he would want to do this.
Right.
It would make it more fun.
You're working
I want to zone out. I want some, old ER episode or some good music.
You want to hear, I heard it from a friend who, heard it from a friend who, heard it from another, you've been messing around. Thank you. Coca-Cola is introducing a new limited edition flavor called Starlight.
Starlight, so bright.
So bright.
First star I see tonight.
All right, so it's going to be limited, right? So who are you, Madonna?
Yes, now you got me singing old music. The company says it's inspired by space. Oh, I like that.
All right.
It's reminiscent of stargazing around a campfire. So you need to have it with your s'mores, Scott.
It says invoking the feeling of a cold journey to space. Why not a warm journey to space?
I have a feeling I haven't been. I just think space would be cold.
I think it would be cold too. There you go.
Unless you fly a little too close to the sun.
Starlight hits store shelves across the United States starting Monday, so you can check that out. Starlight. I wonder what it tastes like. It sounds like smoky or sitting around a campfire. I don't know. What do I know? What do I know?
I don't think it's supposed to taste like the fire, just the ambiance.
The ambiance of the fire. Okay.
There's a lot of food in the show today.
Yes.
Taco Bell has a Choco Taco.
Choco Taco, it's from Klondike, apparently. They teamed up. Look at this.
It's bringing like a Klondike to the Choco Taco.
Oh my gosh.
So you can now get a Klondike Choco Taco? Say that 3 times fast.
I've never had one of these. No. The ice cream truck has them? All right, Klondike Choco Taco. The Klondike Choco Taco is now available at 20 locations in Los Angeles and Milwaukee, although a press release from Taco Bell hints at a nationwide rollout is possible.
Jamie says it's at the ice cream truck, so apparently your kids are going to want to run for this. I only run for the same thing, either a snow cone, same thing when I was 8 years old, just a snow cone,
You know,
or...
Kara, that's what I get when I go to the ice cream truck.
Because we're old school. You got to get the snow cone.
Get the snow cone.
Or sometimes, what are those called? The drumsticks.
The drumsticks or the snow cone. Snow cone red.
Oh, the chocolate eclair. I like that one, too.
Yeah, that's good, too.
Nothing my kids would ever get.
Joe Carabassi's going to yell at us for even talking about it.
We're going to have to log that if we run for it.
Exactly.
We have a 6-week shape up. You get to follow along and see what we're going to do. All right, Tiger Woods, he doesn't eat Choco Tacos. But he's not sure if he's going to be ready to return to the PGA Tour.
He's having trouble walking. How's he going to get it back into playing golf like this? This is unbelievable. So,
he
I mean, I
he's
wish him the best.
frustrated
I
with
hope
the
he
progress
does.
of his recovery since the car crash. I mean, if anyone could do it, he could. But honestly, he's incredible anyway. And there's so much good he could do with his celebrity, even if he doesn't go back to the tour.
Exactly, right? He doesn't have to necessarily be on the tour, but
I mean,
46 years old and long future ahead of him. I hope he gets back into the game.
he's still very young.
Yeah, that crash was bad.
Yeah.
That was a bad
But
crash.
look how incredible it is that he's even out there golfing at that level.
Right, exactly. No, I completely agree.
This is amazing. If you want to dream a little, the Blue Diamond is up for grabs. You could maybe have the Blue Diamond and then swim in the Blue Grotto.
What is this, De Beers?
It's
Cullinan Blue?
It's $48 million. It's a flawless set, vivid blue diamond.
$48 million. You think you'd wear that on your hand?
No. I
No.
think you lock that up. It's like one of those things you see in the movie where thieves from all over the world try and get it.
Exactly. It's crazy.
It's going to be on auction. I would love to just go to this auction just to see like the security of something like this. So it's going to be at an auction in Hong Kong. But you know, just this is like a movie. There probably is a movie made about it.
Oh my God, that blue
Now
diamond
this
is
I don't
gorgeous.
get. This I don't get. But you know, we're getting away from words and all into emojis. And now they're saying that you can actually use web addresses with emojis. It's a software company called Opera, and it replaces, say, WFSB.com. It would have an emoji, and you would just put these emojis, and it would know to take you.
That's kind of cool. Like, you know, you know.
Words would no longer be needed. Just a string of emojis to locate a web page. How would you know what emoji to use?
Well, it says if you type the alien emoji followed by the music note emoji into Opera, you will be routed to rapper Lil Wayne's record label website.
But how would you know that?
I have no idea how you would know that.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't even know who Lil Wayne is.
Do you think people have a lot of time on their hands? Somebody spent a lot of time inventing this company. It's getting national attention. Somebody was worried about how do I translate words into emojis for websites.
The next story, I don't understand at all. Instagram is trying out a new private likes feature.
Well, you'd have to go on Instagram to understand this. But you know, when someone likes your story or does something, you know, if I put out a picture on my story of you and I doing recipe of the week and a bunch of people like it, it shows up in my direct messages. So the best that Jamie helped to try to figure this out, the best that we can understand this is they're kind of maybe gonna experiment with it wouldn't go to your direct messages because it gets a little dirty and overwhelming. You just can't like keep track of everything.
You know what the funny thing is? As soon as someone says Instagram, I immediately stop listening. Like what you just said. I have no idea what you
Maybe
just said.
Maybe you could talk about that in therapy.
I might. My brain just shuts down.
You're okay with Facebook.
Facebook, I'm good.
Yeah.
I posted
now, I will
on
say
Facebook,
the young people,
Twitter I did
the
this
young
morning.
people don't like the Facebook. They think that only old people do Facebook. And so you got to get in with Instagram.
Here I
and
am.
after that, it's TikTok.
Oh, no, I'm not doing the TikTok. No, TikTok.
You're doing. We've been on the TikTok.
Oh, remember I tried to download the TikTok, and that's when I found out I couldn't get it into my Apple. That's when I've learned that I had
This
no
has
longer...
been a 2-week process that he forgot his password.
Not kidding.
And then
Swear to God.
it gave him codes, but they didn't like the codes.
I'm telling you.
We had to bring in the muscle of our IT department to get Scott back into the App Store on his phone. But we're good. You have a thumbprint now.
It's working, I think.